Good afternoon, online students and instructors. Today, we will be talking about the positive experiences during online and blended learning. We will also talk about what elements could be added to the course to promote a higher level student experience. During this course, there were many real-world applications and transfers for students during their discussion posts, assignments, lectures, and social communications. Cohen-Rosson's research shows us that adult learners prefer to draw on their experience and what they learn in a course to real-world applications. Therefore, assignments should allow for reflection, application, active learning, and sharing of ideas with others. To give an example, earlier in the course, Dr. Salick asked for us to create an instructor presence video by recording with our phones. Many of us were confused as for why the specific recording device needed to be a phone. Now let's fast forward for a moment. When I was at an education conference in early February, I was working on one of our assignments that discussed social presence. With this, I utilized the talking head format to develop the learning design. When I initially attempted to record through my computer camera, I noticed that the audio produced had many gaps and a scratchy sound. This was distracting and unclear, and it took away from the learner's experience. Our required readings transferred directly to the world of developing as a learning designer. Whether it was about feedback, assessment, evaluation, or other various types of designs, I had many aha moments with the required readings. I could always transfer information to my professionalism as a learning designer. We were challenged as students to use a variety of learning design platforms, strategies, and methods. I appreciated this as I likely wouldn't have done this on my own. Additionally, this allowed for the reading to connect directly back to the learning design process. Graded feedback was always relatable to the work environment. I enjoyed having fewer points available to earn because that's the pressure you feel in a professional position. Dr. Salick always included instructional wrappers in the learning course materials. We had the course introductory wrapper, which provided us the details at the beginning of the course, the module introductory wrappers to unveil the upcoming lessons during each unit, and guide wrappers explaining guidelines, expectations, and perspectives. Research states that multiple learning tasks can be integrated into a single learning activity. One of these strategies is to provide a variety of pedagogical wrappers, as these prime your learners to help them understand the relevance and connection between the learning activities and professional experiences. Following the module introductory wrapper, Dr. Salick provided clear, concise objectives at the start of each module. You can see one example here during Module 4. Chen's research showed us that when identifying instructional objectives for each online course, instructors should consider questions like, what are the terminal objectives for the online and blended course? Where is it going? Accessibility was a priority during the online course experience. Being able to learn via audio recordings, transcripts, recorded lectures, and downloadable readings that could be narrated was helpful for all students regardless of disability. Even without an oral disability, sometimes I needed the option for audio recordings as I was in a public place, and hearing external noises was distracted from my own learning and comprehension. During elements of the course, Dr. Salick showed us a few human characteristics, mostly humor and empathy. Whether it was laughing about a recent finding or normalizing the fact that live lectures usually accompany dinner, humor was a personality trait that Dr. Salick and the instructor team showed us. Research by Garrison shows us that humor, specifically, has identified as a contributed factor to social presence and subsequently to learning. Empathy was shown in multiple ways. Whether it was describing how Dr. Salick would evaluate if a student needs to be checked in on, or sharing a photo of his golden retriever, perhaps stating stories about his past professional experience, or accepting student questions about the assignment roadblocks and assisting them with surpassing those. The casual and professional communication through Slack was a game changer. It allowed students to have an open avenue of communication for assignment questions, casual conversations, and topics like Wellness Wednesdays and our class cookbook. Instructors provided personalized feedback to each student assignment and discussion, as well as provided resources on Slack. This opened an avenue for questions and discussion about all elements of learning design, not just the limitations of the course. The feedback that instructors provided was always done in a timely manner. This allowed learners to apply their feedback to their next assignment or discussion. Instructors assumed the role of the student's senior learning designer, who provided real-world and honest feedback. In 2009, Bailey and Card found that online instructors that have the knowledge and skills in recent technologies, are available online at all times, who frequently check emails and text messages, promptly reply to questions and concerns, and who grade assignments and return them back in a timely manner are the most successful online instructors. I found this course especially helpful. Therefore, I would have enjoyed more time during this course. The team of instructors was insightful, communicative, supportive, the list goes on. If I were to add anything else to this course, it would be to utilize a variety of platforms for instructor feedback. Research shows us that for instructor feedback that explains the process and requires nuances, voice feedback would may be more appropriate than any other form. Feedback that requires demonstrating a process or a procedure may benefit from screencasting. Screencasting has been shown to be a favorite method of showing feedback for instructors compared to text feedback because it is more personal and it creates an emotional connection with the students. Thank you for joining me today. I aspire to make a learning experience as effective as this course was.